Hey everyone, it's Pooja here, and we're going to build the Industry News Insights and Updates agent. So to get this started with this agent, I like to first go to AI on Postman. So AI on Postman is this team workspace that we have here at Postman, and we have a really great public workspace here called the Postman AI Agent Builder. So within this Postman AI Agent Builder workspace, there's basically a lot of different resources for all of you guys to take a look at. But this is where we have a bunch of different agents that our team of Postmanauts have built as templates. And the Industry News Updates and Analysis agent is really special to me because I built this agent by myself, and it's really interesting because what it does is it takes news articles from various different news sources and sites, and it builds an agent that gives you trending topics in a newsletter format. So I'm going to show you how to build it today from scratch and show you all the tools that I used, and we're going to play around with some of the modules locally, and we'll take a look at what that looks like in Slack. So to get started with this specific agent, what I like to do is I like to go to the agent that is in my Postman AI Agent Builder public workspace. We'll start off by cloning this agent. So we'll go ahead and find the Industry News Updates agent, and we'll go ahead and clone that into a workspace that's like our own workspace. So a couple of reasons why we want to do this. It allows us to sort of build in our own sandbox, and especially if we want to collaborate with team members, it's kind of a great place to do that. So that's actually a really good best practice. So let's go ahead and clone that. I have a workspace that I've already created, so I called it Build With Me. And I'm going to clone that into that workspace. Cool. So it looks like all of my modules and my action got cloned. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my cloned workspace. And I'm going to take a look at what we actually have in here. So there are a couple of things that we have cloned when we decided to clone this flow. So we cloned the modules, and we clone the action where the agent lives. But if we go to our collections tab, we actually also cloned all of the APIs. So since this is the industry news agent, I wanted to find a bunch of different APIs specifically around news that I could basically hit to get different topics. So I scoured the internet. I also looked in our own public API network, and so I found the APIs that I was pretty interested in working with. And so when I took a look at these APIs, they all are designed in a similar way where they take some sort of topic and they take an API key. So each of these APIs give me data based on the topic and the API key. So I knew I could build an agent that takes the topic from these news articles and will dump that into some content that I could, some sort of data that I could start working with my agent block. So what I did here was I looked at the documentation for each of these APIs, so the Guardian, MediaStack, News API, and GNews, and I signed up and got my API keys for each of these APIs. And so this was my starting point when it came to building this agent. And so when I went to build this agent, I went to Flows, and I decided to create a module for each of these agents. So let's take a look at some of the modules that we built. And just so you know, modules in Flows, those are like reusable components. And the action is what gets deployed. And that's where my AI agent block lives. So I use modules like tools, and I use them in my action in my AI agent block. So we'll start off by taking a look at some of the modules. So since I cloned this right now, and you probably can't see my API keys, I actually have another workspace that actually has all my API keys. So we can actually play around with some of these modules in real time. So I'm taking a look at my first module, which is Gnews. They all sort of look the same. So I have a start block, which takes a topic as a scenario, as well as my API key for that specific API. So in this case, this is the Get Gnews API, and it outputs that as some data. So if we run this API, I can actually run this in different scenarios. Let's run our technology topic, and you get a success output. And I look and I have over 10 items with 10 different articles on technology. So that's pretty cool. So we are filtering by technology for one news source. I can do a similar thing for media stack as well. So I created 4 modules that pretty much act the same. So the next tool that I used is Slack. So Slack is awesome because not only can I use it to ask my agent to do something, but I can also use it to receive some data back. So it becomes our front-end user interface in a way. So it becomes the thing that triggers, but also gets the output. So Slack is actually one of my favorite tools to work with because there's so much you can do with Slack. So if you go to the Slack documentation, it all starts at building a Slack app. So the way that my team and I decided to do this is we built like a sandbox Slack account, and we built Slack apps within it. So in my case, I created a Slack app. I called it my newsletter bot. And if I take a look at what this app does, I actually decided to create a / command for that. So I created a command called fetch news, and this is where I actually have to put in my agent's URL. So if we look at our module, the only thing that I set up in Slack here was I set up the chat API, which basically takes any text that I give Slack, it'll output that into some sort of Slack app. And so Slack just takes the user ID and Slack's OAuth token. So that was relatively easy to set up. So create a Slack app and create a module that basically uses the Slack notify user API, which is a post request, which basically sends any message into a Slack app. So that's pretty simple when it comes to working with building out a Slack app there. So now all of the magic of this agent really happens in the flows action. So the flows action is where we basically put all of these tools together. And so there's a really cool block in here, which is like the crux of what makes your application agentic. So all you have to do is connect all of those modules in as tools and add all of the API keys for your news articles and just create a prompt. This is where it's time to get creative as maybe a prompt engineer for this agent. So we want to give this agent some really good direction, and the AI is really good at building out this context. So this is my prompt. I wrote this in natural language, as if I was writing a user prompt in some sort of, ChatGPT interface. I kind of wrote that very similarly here in my AI agent block. And so what happens here is that when a request is sent with a user prompt with some sort of like topic based on what the user is asking for, then the AI agent block goes through all of the tools, which are my news APIs, and it hits that user prompt and it displays a really nice newsletter. So we can actually run this pretty interestingly. So the way that you can run this is that you can set up different scenarios. So I have scenarios for AI, MCP, I have a scenario for getting me today's top news stories, I have a scenario for environments today. Do you guys have any topics, any news topics that you're interested in?
Yeah, Look up like box office results.
Okay, cool. All I have to do is run that, and you can see that my AI agent is processing. And it takes a little bit of time, so you have to wait for it to do its thing. But essentially, it's going to output that in my display block. Okay, so I got a box office buzz, top numbers and milestones for July 17, 2025. Here are top 10 stories highlighting the major box office milestones and global performances. So I guess number 1, Jurassic World's Rebirth smashes box office predictions, and Scarlett Johansson has exceeded expectations. Who knew? Cool. So all of that newsletter has now also been outputted into my Slack app. So if we go to Slack, you should now see in my newsletter bot, we have an entire newsletter with all of the trending topics on our box office hits. So it's pretty cool. You can also trigger this agent from Slack directly. So the way that you do that is, since I created a / command, I'm gonna go ahead and do /fetch news, and I'm just gonna ask it in plain text. Can you guys give me another topic?
Let's do NBA free agency.
Go sports. So my newsletter bot is working on it, and it takes a little bit of time. Sometimes what I like to do while it takes a little bit of time to work, you can actually see it running if you go to the analytics tab. So you can actually see that this agent is running. You can see like, oh, it's taking like 30 seconds. Okay, there we go. Go sports. So this specific newsletter agent uses public news APIs, but imagine having your own private news APIs. So if your company had its own data that it wanted to build newsletters with, an agent like this could really build these newsletters really effectively. So the possibilities with creating a newsletter bot or something that sends you trending topics are endless. And you can actually extend this agent beyond just it giving you the data in Slack. Think about sending this news via text message, or creating a document, or sending it via email. So I hope this agent inspires you and shows you how relatively simple it is to build AI agents, specifically using Postman and Postman Flows. If you're interested in working with other agent templates, we actually have different examples on customer support, DevOps, sales, and marketing. So we have a lot of different examples. So you can find all of those templates at the Postman AI Agent Builder workspace. And if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe to learn more things about Postman and building AI agents. Thanks for watching.